So even if you look at yourself right now and you think that you don't have a lot going for you, just know that this is just a particular phase, but it's still who you are and it's something that you should be proud of. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaron Ballantyne and you're watching Life According to Aaron. Now in today's video, I'm going to start by asking you a question. Alright? Work with me. Who are you? Honestly, who are you? Think about the question. You can write down your answer on a piece of paper, you can leave the answer in the comment section, whichever you're more comfortable with, but think of your answer. Who are you? Right? I start by asking this question because a lot of the times I'll notice that when we're asked this question, we instantly go blank. Like when we're put on the spot, like in a group setting, we're put on the spot to answer the question and our mind goes blank. Who am I really? And you start to think to yourself, what am I going to say? And then you find yourself answering the question by saying your name and your age and if you're a student or you're employed somewhere, right? But the thing is, you are so much more than just where you went to school and where you're employed, or where you're going to school or where you're employed. You know, there's so much more. Answering the question with where you went to school or which community you belong to or where you're employed is only a part of it, because those places, they may contribute to who you are, but they're not the sum total of what makes you you. There's so much more to you than just either where you grew up or your school or your workplace. You're more than a student, you're more than an employee, right? For example, when someone asks you who you are and you say, I am a teller at a bank, right? That tells them that you're in this position and you work here, that you're employed, right? But when you tell someone, I'm an intellectual person who is good with numbers, likes interacting with people, and I work at a bank, it gives them so much more information about who you are than just where you work. You're an intellectual person, you're sociable, you can work in a team setting or you can work as a member of a team, you might be pleasant. It gives them so much more information about who you are than just where you work, right? Now, if it is that someone were to ask you, like myself, who just asked you who you are, right? And you had difficulty answering the question, or if anybody in general asks you and you have difficulty answering the question, don't be ashamed, because it simply means that you have some introspection to do. You need to just look in yourself and discover, who am I, or what makes me me? That's all it means. It doesn't mean that you don't have anything going for you or that you haven't accomplished or mastered anything. It just means that you really need to look at yourself so that when someone asks you or when you think about who you are, you have a clear-cut idea of who it is that you consider yourself to be, right? And then when it comes to you thinking about what the answer is, even if it doesn't seem like a lot to you, don't be ashamed of the answer that you have for yourself, because it is who you are. And you have to consider as well that who you are takes place at different stages and phases of your life. So even if you look at yourself right now and you think that you don't have a lot going for you, just know that this is just a particular phase, but it's still who you are and it's something that you should be proud of. All right? So moving forward, I'm going to ask you again, who are you? Do you have a different answer than when I started the video, or do you have the same answer? What I'm going to encourage you to do is, moving forward, whenever you think about it or someone is to ask you who you are, practice to answer the question with more than just your environment, where you go to school, where you work, because it will help mold your understanding of who you are and help to analyze the different phases throughout your journey and your progress. All right, so that's it for the video. If you liked it, I encourage you to leave a like. If it is that you know somebody who might benefit from this information, feel free to share it with them. And as always, if it is that you want to see these types of videos drop as soon as they're available or see them as soon as they drop, subscribe. All right, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.